Welcome back. As promised, I've got Lanny Corbin, the city manager for the city of Niceville. And of course, they are our second Wednesday breakfast sponsor. And Lanny and I are going to do a little Niceville update, tell you what's going on in town. Welcome, Lanny. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. This another year.
Another year? You're no stranger to this stage.
I should have taken a page from Bin Laden and colored my hair. Yeah. A little younger here.
Hopefully they won't be busting through the door anytime soon. We'll be in good shape. So we got a few topics we want to cover here. Tell me about the city projects we've got going on.
Well, we've slowed down a lot. You know, everything's slowed down, I guess, with government and business in the last few years. But Turkey Creek is always a progress going on, and we hope to get through the state this year some money to buy the north end. We hope to get about 35 acres on the north end to tie it right into the reservation. So you can leave Johnson's Parkway and go all the way to the Eglin Reservation. So that would be a great project if we can get that done.
Sure.
OW, which is now Northwest Florida, they put some pressure on our infrastructure when they built the new facilities there, and we having to reroute some of that wastewater. That's down Cedar Street. Those lines got the capacity got reached real quickly.
Well, if folks haven't been out to this college now, it's not OW anymore. You and I get stuck. But if they haven't been out there in a while, there's a lot of buildings going on out there.
I went out there and spoke to the Rotary Club the other day, and I got lost trying to find how to get to the old parking lot.
Yeah.
But we're looking at doing that, and that's going to require some infrastructure changes around. But other than that, down the road here a little ways, we're tying in a traffic signal to the new Walmart and put a service road from Y Street all the way down to Pine Street. So that's going to be a real plus for
that'll be awesome. That will be awesome.
Takes a little pressure off Johnson.
You know, and you started with Turkey Creek, and I have to tell you, it's a little slice of heaven. If you need bring your blood pressure down about 10 or 12 points, if you just go park in the parking lot and take a walk down Turkey Creek, I promise you won't be a half a mile down that track before you'll start smelling things and feeling things and calm down, and life will get back to normal again.
You know what is amazing? Place. Right there in the middle of your town, you can leave on that walk and not see another building and not see a dock. All you can see is nature in progress.
Exactly.
So
hear the water flowing. It is absolutely gorgeous. And usually there's some kids down there playing, so that's always fun too.
As we speak, probably.
Yeah. Amen. And we got some new housing projects or new housing developments coming in.
We do. This, 2 or 3 years ago, we only sold, I think, 3 or 4 permits all year. And now we have 21 houses going.
Wow.
We've got right north of Edge Elementary, there's a 31 lot housing project. As you know, Swift Creek is still going. Across the street is Swift Creek Plantation, and that's sort of a new subdivision. North of that is the Preserve, and that's about 31 lots also of going to be, mid-priced homes.
Sure.
So north on the south end of town, you've got Magnolia Woods, which is I think about a 40-lot development. And then Valpy Realty is planning some lots on Shirks Bayou and Chattanooga Bay.
Wow.
And that's he's actually turned into preliminary plans on it. So we've got about 181 lots that's available for building that we didn't have 2 years ago.
That's amazing. I didn't think there was much room to grow here in Niceville between us and the reservation, but evidently there's still quite a bit of land needs to be developed, isn't there?
There is, and then obviously the Ruckel family brought in that 1,100 acres of land that's, from the old airstrip out. So that could be a biggie. That's 1,100 acres of land is almost the size of Blue Water.
That's a lot of development for sure. And of course, we've had some wonderful commercial development in Niceville the last year. We've seen Walmart spring up, but what do we got going on?
Well, obviously, the Chick-fil-A is going to open up soon.
We have arrived. As far as my wife's concerned, we have arrived. Chick-fil-A is her favorite.
Benny's Barbecue is thinking it's going to close him down.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think it's not going to affect him. Probably get more people in the area.
Yep, I think you're right. More traffic.
That's a new commercial development. The 1 Hour Air Conditioning has built a new place on the north side of town on 85 North.
They've kind of outgrown their location.
Yeah, that's that. They did a great job up there. Other than that, I think once Walmart gets settled in, there's going to be a lot of open commercial from there all the way out to Rocky Road. And
sure.
There's supposed to be a Home Depot at the other end, so hopefully that will come through now since building is picking up.
Oh, that would be absolutely awesome. Right. That would be absolutely awesome. And I know a lot of folks are wondering and worrying because we're getting ready to open the first piece of the bypass there at the Mid-Bay Bridge. And what kind of impact do we expect to see with that in our town?
You tell me.
Yeah, God only knows. Roll the dice, right?
You know, when College Road was extended and went on the north side of town and went to Valparaiso, and then missed Niceville, there was a lot of folks, business folks, came to me and said, "Corbin, that's going to really dry us up." Well, a few years later, they put the bypass road up to 123 to the airport. Same people came in. Hey, that's going to. And actually, can you imagine all that traffic coming into Niceville?
No.
The bypass road is supposed to be through in 2 or 3 years. Probably going to need it. I think it's going to really help that 1,100 acres of land that we talked about. It's going to give it 2 access roads. So, I hate to see it maybe miss a business or 2, but it'll be made up with no problem.
I think with the new development, we've already had some pressures with the traffic, and I think in the long run, it's probably going to just make things more pleasant and
I agree with that.
Make improve Niceville overall.
It's just something that 10 years from now we can say, why didn't we have that 10 years earlier?
Amen. What's coming on with the fireworks?
Fireworks last year, as you know, got back online, and we were proud of that. But we've had help from everybody. The chamber has kicked in. This is the 2nd year in a row, and the business community has gotten behind us. People have gotten in behind us that live here in our town, and we plan on having it even bigger this year. So we got a few excitement and surprises for everyone.
Well, that'll be fantastic. Right. It's always a great show, and absolutely the best show in the area, no doubt. Right. No doubt.
You couldn't find a better place than Boggy Bayou, and Valparaiso is on one side, we on the other, and right in the middle. You can, if you miss it, then you're like Ronnie Millsap. And
people so often take for granted that we're just safe and happy. You can bring your family. You don't have to worry about it, and it's going to be a great time. Now, Florida's 2011 session, new laws that are going to affect us. Is there something in the?
I think they did pass a law to put on referendum a cap on the homestead. Mm-hmm. And a cap on the amount of taxes, ad valorem tax the city can charge. I think it's going to be on the 2012, 2013 referendum. Other than that, they have changed some rules as it relates to retirement for government employees. I think now it hasn't been official, but I think we'll have to start contributing to the fund where we didn't in the past.
Sure.
But they haven't really. As of this week, they came back in session, a special session. They hadn't really finalized, so that was put on there before I really had a final on all of the legislation.
And who knows how that'll wash out? There's quite a strong group.
Usually
of
the best news from the state is no news, but I'm afraid we're going to have some news.
Wouldn't it be grand if they just went up there and didn't do anything for a whole year? Didn't charge us any more money. Right. Now, we got our second Wednesday coffee coming up, and of course, it's always the same menu. It's a wonderful menu. It's fried mullet and cheese grits and all the good stuff that we enjoy here.
We throw traditional stuff like eggs.
Every now and then.
All those things
Every now and then.
But we have a great time doing it, and have a lot of door prizes, and I think people have a great time.
Lanny, I really want to thank you for all that City of Niceville does to make it a wonderful place to live. And lived here since @96 and wouldn't want to be anyplace else.
Got to keep it nice and Niceville. Right?
Amen. And a lot of that's because of your hard work. So thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you all at the breakfast.
All right.
It's a pleasure.
Right.
Please stay tuned. Next up, we're going to talk with one of the most exciting ladies in the chamber. Ms. Debbie Lewis is going to be here and tell us a little bit about the membership drive.